take a moment to hum the haunting strains of Concierto de Aranjuez, that soul-stirring melody from Brass It Off. Released in 1996, this heartfelt British gem captured the raw spirit of Yorkshire mining communities. Today, in 2025, let's journey back and peek forward at the brilliant cast who brought it to life. Welcome to Brassed Off, cast then and now. Pete Postlethwaite was 50 years old when he stepped into the role of Danny, the passionate yet stubborn conductor of the Grimley Colliery Brass Band. His portrayal of a man whose life revolved around music amid the shadow of pit closures was nothing short of mesmerizing, subtle, forceful, and deeply moving. Interestingly, his distinctive voice opens the hit song Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba, reciting a poignant line from the film. Truth is, I thought it mattered. I thought that music mattered. Pete Postlethwaite passed away on January 2, 2011 at 64 after a brave battle with pancreatic cancer. His death was a profound loss to cinema, but his legacy endures as one of Britain's most versatile character actors. From Oscar-nominated turns in The Name of the Father to unforgettable roles in The Usual Suspects and Inception, he left an indelible mark on stage and screen, inspiring generations with his raw authenticity and unyielding commitment to truthful storytelling. Tara Fitzgerald was 28 when she embodied Gloria Mullins, the brilliant flugelhorn player who returns to her hometown as a British coal evaluator. Her character injects fresh energy into the struggling band, dazzling with a solo that silences doubters and sparks romance, all while grappling with the moral weight of job losses. Fun fact: to nail her brass solos, she trained rigorously with real musicians from the Grimethorpe Colliery Band, the very group whose history inspired the movie Her Commitment. Now, at 58 in 2025, Tara Fitzgerald remains a powerhouse in TV and film, thriving with roles like the steely Selyse Baratheon in Game of Thrones and the cunning Lady Templemore in Belgravia. She's also stepped into directing, channeling her passion for strong female stories. Healthy and active, she continues to captivate audiences with her commanding presence and versatile range. Ewan McGregor was just 25 during filming, bringing youthful charm and cheeky humor to Andy, the enthusiastic new trombone player and love interest to Gloria. Fresh off Trainspotting's buzz, his wide-eyed optimism cut through the band's cynicism, delivering laughs and heartfelt moments that highlighted the film's theme of found family. Interesting fact: though a novice to brass, he practiced tirelessly to blend seamlessly with prose, and his chemistry with the ensemble was so electric that director Mark Herman called it the film's secret heartbeat. Now turning 54 this year, Ewan McGregor is at the peak of his career, fresh from starring in the 2024 Bird of Prey revival and gearing up for a 2025 West End run in My Master Builder. He's balanced blockbuster. Obi-Wan returns with intimate dramas, all while adventuring on his Long Way motorcycle series. Stephen Tompkinson was 30 when he played Harry, the pragmatic band member and family man facing redundancy's harsh bite. His dry wit and grounded performance added sharp comic relief, especially in scenes roasting band rivalries and pit politics. He drew from his own northern roots for authenticity. Interestingly, his grandfather, a comic storyteller, inspired his flair for humor, which shone through in ad-libbed lines that cracked up the cast during rehearsals. In 2025 at 59, Stephen Tompkinson stays busy on British screens, reprising detective roles in DCI Banks reruns and starring in recent comedies like the 2024 ITV hit The Long Call. His warm, reliable presence keeps endearing him to fans of heartfelt ensemble tales. Jim Carter was 47 years old during the 1995 filming of Brassed Off, stepping into the role of Harry Ormondroyd, the band's euphonium player and voice of reason amid the pit's turmoil. His portrayal mixed wry sarcasm with fierce loyalty, delivering memorable rants on band politics and economic woes that grounded the film's emotional highs and lows. Fun fact: before acting stardom, he honed his stage skills by teaching magic and juggling in fringe theater, skills that infused his brassed-off performance with a subtle, charismatic flair that charmed audiences and co-stars alike. Now, at 77 in 2025, Jim Carter shines brighter than ever, reprising his iconic Mr. Carson in the triumphant Downton Abbey. The grand finale, wrapping a beloved era, fresh from voicing the gruff chief of police in Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance. Most foul, he's voicing in the upcoming animated The Wild Robot sequel. Philip Jackson was 47 years old during the 1995 filming of Brassed Off, embodying Ernie, the bassoon-playing Union rep, whose dry wit and fiery resolve cut through the grim tide of pit closures. His performance nailed the miners' blend of banter and bitterness, from heated committee clashes to heartfelt band practices, making Ernie a pillar of the film's poignant ensemble. Fun fact, as a versatile character actor with over 150 credits by then, his casting as Ernie came straight from director Mark Herman's admiration for Jackson's standout villainy as Abbot Hugo in the cult series Robin of Sherwood, infusing the role with a mischievous undercurrent that sparked off-screen laughs among the cast. Now, at 77 in 2025, Philip Jackson continues to enchant with his gravelly timbre, lending his voice to BBC Radio. 4 dramatizations of classic tales like Agatha Christie's Poirot and C.S. Lewis's The Last Battle, while guest spots in Midsummer Murders reruns keep him in the spotlight. Peter Martin was about 54 years old during the 1995 filming of Brassed Off, bringing to life Ernie, the quick-witted band member whose sarcastic barbs and steadfast loyalty lightened the weight of pit closures and band rivalries. Martin's subtle timing made every line land with wry, a wisdom elevating the film's blend of humor and the hardship. Fun fact, band members from the real Grimethorpe Colliery, who inspired the story, said Peter was just like Ernie Dry, always armed with a wise crack and a joy on set, turning rehearsals into impromptu laugh fests. Peter Martin passed away on April 19, 2023, at the age of 81, after a life rich with roles that captured everyday British spirit. His death saddened fans and colleagues, but his legacy thrives in reruns of The Royal Family as Joe Carroll and Emmerdale's Len Reynolds, plus gems like All Creatures Great and Small. Sue Johnston was 52 years old during the 1995 filming of Brassed Off, embodying Vera, the sharp-tongued wife of tuba player Harry and a fierce defender of her family's fragile dreams amid the colliery's collapse. Her Vera mixed biting sarcasm with tender worry, stealing scenes in kitchen rants and band-side cheers, capturing the unyielding spirit of women holding homes together through economic ruin. Fun fact, fresh from her iconic soap roles, she drew on her own northern working-class roots to improvise Vera's feisty lines, turning rehearsals into riotous laughs that director Mark Herman said added pure gold to the ensemble's authentic spark. Now, at 81 in 2025, Sue Johnston is a force of nature, earning a BAFTA nomination for Best Supporting Actress in the poignant drama True Love, while gearing up for a heartfelt Brookside Hollyoaks crossover, reprising her legendary Sheila Grant. She's tackled Taskmaster's New Year treat, special with her signature wit. Mary Healey was 52 years old during the 1995 filming of Brassed Off, portraying Ida, the no-nonsense wife whose sharp observations and quiet strength anchored the women's circle amid the colliery's collapse and band battles. Her Ida captured the everyday defiance of families facing redundancy, delivering lines with a wry edge that blended humor and heartache, making her a vital thread in the film's tapestry of resilience. Fun fact, married to actor Morgan Deere, she once voiced Betty Boop in early recordings for Who Framed Roger Rabbit, only for the lines to be scrapped, yet her husband appeared in the film, adding a quirky family tie to animation history. Now, at 82 in 2025, Mary Healey remains a treasured veteran of British screens, with her chilling portrayal of Eileen in Line of Duty's gripping series still echoing in fan discussions. She's voiced characters in recent radio dramas and appeared in short films while cherishing time with her family. Melanie Hill was 33 years old during the 1995 filming of Brassed Off, channeling Sandra, the bold wife of band member Phil, and a vocal force in the women's support circle facing the colliery's brutal shutdown. Her Sandra mixed saucy humor with steely resolve, from pubside pep talks to tearful standoffs over jobs, embodying the unbowed spirit of families fighting for scraps of dignity. Fun fact, Fresh from her breakout as Ditzy Aveline in the sitcom Bread, she drew on her own Rada-honed improv skills to ad-lib several of Sandra's cheekiest lines. Now, at 63 in 2025, Melanie Hill is a TV titan, captivating as no-nonsense nurse Siobhan Mackenzie in BBC's Casualty, with her arc deepening through high-stakes medical dramas this season. She's voiced animated cameos and championed women's roles via theater workshops. Kenneth Colley was 57 years old during the 1995 filming of Brassed Off, embodying Greasley, the unyielding colliery manager whose cold pragmatism clashed with the miners' desperate fight to save their jobs and band. Fun fact, despite a lifelong stammer that vanished only on camera, Colley drew from his own Manchester roots to infuse Greasley's authority with authentic northern bite, impressing director Mark Herman with flawless takes that captured the quiet menace of real-life pit overseers. Kenneth Colley passed away on June 30th, 2025, at the age of 87, after contracting COVID-19 that led to pneumonia during a hospital stay for an arm injury. His departure marks a deep loss for cinema, yet his legacy as a chameleon of over 150 roles from Admiral Piet in Star Wars to Jesus in Monty Python's Life of Brian endures, celebrated for bringing historical titans and everyday villains to vivid, unforgettable life. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.